Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They go again with Blue. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard and it brings up 4th.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. To throw is Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Brief break in the action here. Back to Tennessee after this. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. LaShawn McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is the running back, Blue. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. On the carry, this is Blue. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third at about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's John Ryan now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
It's a gain of 14 there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. So another catch for Herman Moore, and back in his day, he was a volume receiver. He still is, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What do you have, over 100 catches 3 different times in the league? That's pretty impressive.
Still holds the franchise mark with 123 catches way back in 95. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Raiders a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. McCoy. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That's fielded in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And it's complete to Jacob Tammany. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We have played 3 quarters. We will return with more of Draft Champions on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They run with blue. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
McCarron and Tammy with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw, McCarron. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Here we go. Green. No. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Wilson from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Oh, another beautiful move.
Man, that's better than the two-step, isn't it?
Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Deion Sims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And they'll be trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops it to Blue, complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Offside. Defense. Still 7 down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They'll run it with McCoy. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the defense searches for 1 more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. And still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
First hurdle is out of the way. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
Two teams here.
You thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon fangs spitting in my cup all night long. Wheel your tongue at my throne of power. Oh, no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh, no. I never for a second let you into my head. Oh, no. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lose my mind. Oh, no. I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh, no.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make.
I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh, yeah. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no.
Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that big coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with, well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? This is a pretty telling pick here. Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skilled player to add another weapon? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any... I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. This offense is going to run a lot of 22 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. So this is not a bad idea to go after a good fullback here.
My whole squad ain't don't need no R&R. To regular life, I say living life in the fast lane.
We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another instant impact right there? That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with.
Fireworks, let's blow some stuff. Tonight I'm going stupid.
A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here?
bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Down. Do something crazy.
Do something crazy. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Yeah. Do we own that? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Selly, the young guards.
All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. On play action, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 3. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but the one running back is Gurley. On play action, now Brady. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarvis Bird. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing. Now a play fake, Brady. It's a touchdown if he holds on. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again.